Hello friends, welcome to Magnetic Jigs TV. Hello Biafrans, this is the broadcast that break the camel's back. This is the broadcast that made the Nigerian government to fight all their tooth and nail to make sure that they arrested Simon Ekpa. Because here in this broadcast, Simon Ekpa exposed them the more.
Videos, including those who survived the attack against our students in their schools. This attack claimed life of dozens of peaceful, innocent students in their hostels. My fellow citizens of Biafra, this attack were also meted against our students and doctors, women and teenagers. As usual, everywhere is silent. Have you not seen videos of the survivors that are on social media in pool of their own blood? But those castigating the Biafra government defense of Biafra land are all silent. What does that tell you? And of course, they are waiting for the Biafra defense forces to engage these terrorists before you will hear their national outcry of how we are killing people. The Biafra defense forces are fighting to save the life of those they have kidnapped. Many may be in a very critical condition. But I'm very, very confident and very optimistic that in the coming days, you will be seeing results and news that will be coming from the den of those terrorists. Because of the recent attack on Biafra soil, which we all know that is being aided by their counterpart, accomplices in the Nigeria Terrorist Army, police, and other agencies within Biafra land, in order to divert our attention from neutralizing and eliminating them. I have to tell them today that, unfortunately, our focus will not be diverted. Our focus remain on them because they are the genitor, they are the facilitator, they remain the accomplice, they abet, they aid, and they protect and shield these ragtag terrorists that are now on rampage in Biafra land. But one thing is certain, you see this month of August will never be forgotten in the history of Nigeria and the Biafra struggle. We will engage these terrorists ruthlessly. And as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted, and the result will be coming out in a few days or weeks to come. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. And if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions, and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people, has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows because these are terrorists who follows them. And all this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this, when they have attacked us, and the evidence is there. So, from the 30th of August. And I know that before 30th of August, they are going to unleash mayhem on our people. But believe me, whatever happens, know that Biafra government is equal to the tax. After 2nd of December, to eliminate Nigeria in our land, we are ready for it. I want you to understand that America left Vietnam because of the asymmetric and the guerrilla warfare, the jungle warfare that Vietnamese unleashed on Americans during the war. Our own will be worse than the Vietnamese war We will make sure it is the only way out of the enslavement of Nigeria. It is only way out of the terrorism of Nigeria. They thought they can eliminate us and they force us together with the barrels of the guns. We have come to let them understand that Nigeria can never win this war, not now, not tomorrow, not never. The earlier they accept this self-referendum and start immediately the United Nations procedures on recognition of Biafra and acceptance of the self-referendum, the better for them.
He exposed also the way the military are supporting the Fulani herdsmen. So in this video, he banned the movement of cow in Biafra land. Mind you that the Fulani doesn't joke with their cow. This is one of the reasons that made them to hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so much, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as after the creation of Eastern Security Network, and they swing into action immediately, clearing our bushes, our forests, sacking or chasing away the Fulani herdsmen. They hate him the more because he is obstructing them from their plan. The same thing is now going on, or the same thing went on with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa exposed them. He went underground to find out or figure out the atrocities or the plans of the Fulani herdsmen. So in this broadcast, he exposed them. He says so many things about the Fulani tribe and how they are trying to enslave the eastern part of Nigeria, the Biafrans in general. So Simon Ekpa insisted that such thing will never happen. So he went on to expose them. Guys, it is one of the biggest broadcasts from Simon Ekpa concerning the northern people, especially the Fulani tribe. I made them to hate him so much the way they hated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But guys, all I know is that one day, Biafra will emerge as a nation of its own. So guys, show down and watch this video. Listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Though this is not a current video, as you can know that Simon Ekpa is still under detention in Finland. But this video exposed so many things that is going on right now in Nigeria and also in Biafran government in exile.
For collecting the data of Biafras and the issuance of Biafra national identity card, we have started solving your problems even before we get recognition and before declaring independence. We have also provided solutions to the insecurity that are now rampant in Nigeria. Every part of Nigeria is facing annihilation because of the jihadist movement, the continuation of the Usman Danfodio, which every one of you know the history. What is happening today in Nigeria is the continuation. And the primary target remains the Biafra territory, which we have resisted and continue to resist. So my brothers and sisters, those of you who believe in Nigeria, you have a choice. It is your right. But remember, we have gathered 50 million. For you to outnumber us, you will have another 60 million or 51 million that will say no to Biafra. Only then we can back down. For now, we have the majority of the Biafra people, those who have never voted and participated in Nigeria election since they were born. They are now voting in Biafra self-referendum. And some idiot will be telling you, oh, how many are you in Biafra? Where did you get the 50 million vote? Ask them, do you have any statistics? Do you have any document, record, data of anybody, of everybody in Biafra land? Ask them, how many are you in Nigeria? How many are you in the eastern region, which is the territory of Biafra? Who have the data? Where is the record? Today, our record becomes the authentic record. Our own record, the data being collected from this voting become the authentic record because you never conducted any reasonable and realistic census on our people. Everything in Nigeria is fake. You go to Google, you go to Wikipedia, you see what they are reporting, 20 million people, 30 million people, and they think that it is the time we are going to be looking at what they are writing on Wikipedia. Wikipedia that is being manipulated by the result of those nomadic people that were leading the Nigeria Census Board, where they will be counting cow leg in the northern Nigeria, and they disenfranchise the eastern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra territory, and they will count one family and jump the other family. Not even that. Majority of Biafrans never participated in the Nigeria census, and they don't want to participate because they have lost faith in Nigeria. But in this Biafra self-referendum, they have come to identify with the Biafra government, and this result from this voting become the authentic number of people that actually qualified to cast their vote, and it will be authentic. We call on Nigeria and those who care that the authentication of the result of the Biafra self-referendum will be the only pathway to peace. The refusal and the rejection will be the pathway to anarchy. And we are ready to carry guns, not just for the self-defense, but to defend the result of the self-referendum. Thank you very much. Biafrans in northern Nigeria, I thank you. And let those who are still hanging on the roadside thinking that what we are doing here is a joke, you are going to regret not supporting this freedom up to this point. Nigeria have nothing on us. For those rappers in America, I want to tell you today that you defined who you are, and nobody else will tell you who you are. You defend yourself, nobody else will defend you. We have seen how people are dying in other parts of Nigeria. Nobody is protecting and defending them. Those who supposed to be the security that should be protecting the people are actually helping the terrorists to take over their land. They attack your land, and after 2 weeks, people that you don't know where they come from will occupy your land, and that is the end. As I'm talking to you today, it is a fact that people were born in IDP camp in Benue State, and today they are 19 years. 19 good years born in IDP camp and still living in IDP camp. Who is living and occupying their land? Strangers from Central African Republic, Fulani from other parts of Africa occupying their land, and the government of Nigeria, that is a terrorist state government, have done nothing to make these people go back to their land. That is what we have prevented in Biafra land, and that is the reason why the security of life and property of Biafra people will be taken very seriously, and we will protect our women ruthlessly, like we are going to do in the next coming weeks. Those terrorists that attack and kidnap our doctors, our students from the school, I pity for you. Run! Because there will be no excuse. We will hunt you down. We will hunt you down. I am telling you the fact.
Thank you, my fans. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video. Remember to subscribe with us, Magnetic Jigs TV, for we remain the best. Share this video, share this video.
Need to continue to support and fund the Biafra Defense Forces. It is their job to protect our land, and that they have sworn to do, and that they have done very well, which is the reason this attack against Biafra is not a rampage like we see in other parts of Nigeria. But we will use this time around to set example to those who are planning to attack us in the future. And from here, I say, may God bless you. Biafrans in the northern Nigeria, airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces.